Let's see more Pocket content, dog. I am going to do some more Pocket. It might not be on my main channel. So like my previous VOD channel might become my Pokemon channel. And I keep meaning to dual stream to YouTube for a multitude of reasons, one of which includes my VODs would be on my main channel. So you could still see those. I've completely stopped uploading to my VOD channel. I don't know what's going on over there. But anyways, so I might do that. But the big reason I'm not playing, like I'm going to play more Pocket, but not until I have more decks to play. Because right now I only have like 2, and neither of them are good. So I don't just want to play Marowak and Gengar without everything I'd want to put in a Gengar deck over and over again. For now. See, start to get in on the ground floor of the game as a content creator. Oh no, absolutely. Like next week at least for sure, I'll have more going, and it'll maybe be on the side channel. But yeah, I did 2 so far. They both did awful, as to be expected. But so it's been pointed out to me, like every other Hearthstone Snap creator that is doing Pocket content makes a new channel for it. So apparently not only is that going to hurt my Hearthstone channel, because those people generally don't want to see Pokemon content, but also it'll make it harder for the Pokemon videos to do well, because the algorithm is pushing them into Hearthstone people disproportionately. So I don't think it makes sense. No, based off of that logic, I don't think it makes sense to put Pokemon Pocket stuff on my main channel unless I plan on quitting Hearthstone forever. Yeah. Yeah, no one else can play the game. As soon as people look for it, you'll be there. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. How free to play friendly is Pokemon Pocket? It's pretty free to play friendly. I think it's one of those things that's gonna seem like there's a lot of upfront cost, but like if you just play free to play for like, you know, a year, you're gonna have like everything. Hey, Louise? Wait, there's another Marshy channel where I can watch more of your content on youtube.com? Yeah, right now it's just a VOD channel, and I haven't updated it in a good minute. So, don't expect much of that. But once I'm ready to stream Pocket again, which will hopefully be like next week, once I've acquired enough for more decks, I'll do some videos. I'm going to try to... I don't know that I'm going to try to do daily on it right away, but I'm going to try to have it at least be like every other day or every third day or something. You know, like I want regular content over there without burning myself out. Like once it becomes a Pokemon channel. Well... Hey, there's Bran. Alright, how do I guess there isn't much to do, huh? Alright, so hopefully we can just Bran this coming turn into like Zilliax. Hey, Valord. I do love playing the Pokemon Pocket though. That's been cool. Right now I have so in Pokemon Pocket there are 3 pack types. There's only one set, But unlike in real life, where the picture on the front of the pack doesn't matter for which cards you'll get from it, the cards in the set are pretty segmented. There are some cards you can get in each pack type, but there are a lot of cards that are locked behind picture. So there's a Mewtwo, a Pikachu, and a Charizard pack in Pokemon Pocket. And which one of those you pick will dictate a lot of the cards you get. So I've been picking almost exclusively Mewtwo. I think I've opened up like 2 Charizard and 2 Pikachu, but all of my other packs have been the Mewtwo pack, because I'm trying to get Mewtwo EX and Gardevoir EX for the Mewtwo Gardevoir deck. And I'm still 1 Gardevoir and 1 Mewtwo short of the deck, and it's driving me nuts. I just want to pick the other things. Because, like, I've picked enough Mewtwo packs that I really don't need a lot of other stuff inside the Mewtwo pack. Alright, so I can't just play Bran, unfortunately. Well, I guess I do this.
We're gonna be rich. Sail gold within their waters. Keep on panning.
Is best Pokemon Scolipede available in the game? It is, isn't it? No, it's not. I was thinking of the, like, Centiskorch one, but Scolipede is the big... Yeah, the big poison one from Black and White. Not in yet, no. Hey, Knight. My opponent has so many random Murlocs, chat. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Hermesser. Oh no. That worked out okay though. Especially because they're trading for reasons. All that damage I didn't have to take. Opponent has 22. Okay, so the problem with just playing Bran here is they can Zeph Bloodlust me. Am I supposed to play around that? So, oh, they also have big Astalor, right? So I guess I'm supposed to play around that. Next turn I can do this, and that'll hopefully put me in a good position. No horse bug, 0 out of 10 crap game. Fair enough. Makes you feel any better. They don't have my favorite Pokemon either. Bonsly's not in the game yet. I'm hoping they'll do a Bonsly EX and it'll be broken. That'd be perfect. Yeah. I see. I guess it would be extra special if I didn't even have to do this turn. Hi. What up, Dram? I dare you to do it. I dare you to do it. Don't do it. Pom pom. Huh. Well, poop. Okay. As much as that matters. So, I brand this turn then, right? I can still poof. Yeah, I'll poof. You're good, how am I? You know, I'm chilling. I'm out here playing my favorite game, Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft. Smashing Reno decks into my opponent as they smash their Reno decks into me. Oh no. Are they just gonna like get me next turn or what? There is now a clock on this game, chat. I think I might be in trouble. Also, is there an Astalor? Okay, I do have Astalor. They just ratted it. For a second I was like, is there...
Disappointing.
I know. I'm ready. I'm ready. Give me the buddy. I want Buddy Garrison. Get me out of this. Hearthstone? You mean Hearthstone? My favorite game, World of Warcraft TCG. I want to play some World of Warcraft TCG. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Believe it or not, there is a whole separate thing. That's gotta be Buddy, right? Like, no way they're like pretending to play this, assuming that I have Deck Tracker reminding me that that's from Crystology. Oh, no way. Interesting. Oh wait, that works a little bit. It might not guarantee it, but it's gotta be close, right? It's gonna be a decent likelihood that they find the Buddy off of that. Interesting. Okay. Well, this is all very scary, so. I completely forgot, by the way, that I had played New Heights. Warcraft TCG would be Poggies. It exists. They did it. I think I'll do this and then this to try to hit any other OTK pieces that might be hiding in there. It just, they gave up on it when they wanted to make Hearthstone. So it's a pre-Hearthstone era TCG, and a lot of the art in especially early Hearthstone is from there. Remember when that was the OG name of Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft? Yeah. Now it's a parody of Warcraft? Yeah. I have a friend who's still incredibly sad about Warcraft TCG dying for Hearthstone. I don't blame them. The mechanics on World of Warcraft TCG were nutty. It was like, you know, it was magic, but it solved the land problem.
Disappointing.
There's a lot, I think, to like about original TCG. Or like WoW TCG.
No rest.
Well, I was gonna play this, but now I have to play this, right? Or do we just ox it up this turn? I have lots of cool things to do. 1,000 Needles, are you ready? Candle much later. What do we get? Okay. Do I have any rush minions left in my deck? I don't think so. Neat. Sure. My Zephyrus. But this is a little risky because if they kill this somehow, they get a Zephyrus back. But I don't know. I like Zephyrus for me. Although if they do kill it and get a Zephyrus back, I can turn it off with my Iron Juggernaut.
Our hardships only strengthen our resilience.
Oh no. Also, I can use my Zephyrus to delort that. Mm. We. Well, okay, here, let me do this. Zephyros, you're gonna respect this weapon, aren't you? Thank you. Should I save the Swampoos and just take an Edwin for now? I'm gonna. No! Now their Zephyros is active! So rude. So rude. I was trying to turn that off.
Your wish is my suggestion.
Candle Chumbo Slider. What? To be honest, I'm a WoW player and have a basic question for you if you like the answer. Alright, lay it on me. I'm ready. I'm ready for your basic question. I'm ready and excited for it. Let's hear it. Alright, now let's double destroyed. How to dodge Elwyn Boar? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. People have been asking that question for a century. Century, just one. Not centuries. They've been asking it for century. Alright.
One shot is all I need.
One shot is all I need. Is Elwyn Boar the best one drop? It's the best one drop that isn't one of the others. I'll say that much. No, not all of my precious things that I could be fine losing. Yeah, this would be sad, actually. This means I can't make another Ox. What up, Schmoopy? Don't steal my plating. Nice crack, thank you. Thank you. Every once in a while I notice that Renathal just has like disgusting breath. Look at that. Look at the like, he's just like oozing his nasty, you know, onion, fish, peanut butter breath or whatever that is. Odds opponent sends over a better card. Pretty high. Pretty high. Is sanity an excuse for bad manners? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Right, I lost a 3 damage board clear to gain a 3 damage board clear. I do think that their version is better. Chat, do I have like 1,000 tutors for the same card? No, I have multiple mechs. Like, I was about to be like, do I have Town Crier and this in here all for Ziliax? But no, I have multiple targets for most of those. I am out of targets for this though. We're no more targets. Ever again. Okay. Ooh, that's cool. Right? Surely this is cool. And we got it. We can make another Ox. Alright, this is the Ox that's going to end them. This is the Ox that's going to end them, chat. They don't have the power to survive this Ox. You always find more Excavate off the hero power? Yeah. You know what else is cool? Like, this has good synergy with Blast Charge, right? Isn't that nutty? I think it's nutty. Show me the Ziliax. Which kind you got? Which kind you got? Let's see it. Show Marshy. Oh. Hey, they didn't want to see me get the second Ox. I see how it is. I see how it is. How do you feel about nerfing cards slash decks, not because they're good, but because the gameplay loops they cause aren't very fun, healthy for a la Tog and Charge Druid? I think... Okay, so in general terms, I think a deck being strong is not as good of a reason to nerf it as a deck being obnoxious and popular. So, like, if a deck is just strong, I don't want it to get nerfed. I want it to be fine. If a deck is like so strong, like so much of a power outlier that it creates an obnoxious popular opponent, you know what I mean? Then we can consider, then I like the idea of nerfing it. But just because a deck is strong, I don't think is a good reason, in my opinion. So there's that. But in specifically the case of Tog slash Charge Druid, I don't know that I really... I think that Wild is like in a shockingly good spot at the moment, right? I've been miserable bored of Wild for like at least a year, and right now we magically have an okay... Oh, we magically have an okay
Love heights.
Wild meta right now from my perspective. And given that so many of the recent ones have been so hard for me to play, I'm hesitant to touch any of these decks for any reason right now. Like, I don't... do I think that the meta would be worse off without Dorian Druid? No, I don't think it would be worse off, but I don't know. I don't know if it's an important piece of the balance of Wild right now. So like, given, like, is it the most ideal Wild meta right now? No. But is it way better than I expected to see anytime soon? Absolutely. So given that it's not like, given that Wild feels more playable than usual right now, I would not make that choice myself at this time, if that makes sense.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Rosie, thank you so much for the 28 months, my friend. How are you? I was pro Dorian nerf until I saw a Dorian deck play rate at like 5%. Yeah, and it's pretty low, right? Like, I'm right there with you. I hated it when it was all the time. When it was like a third of the decks I was facing, it was a disaster for the game. I didn't want to play at all. But then it's dropped in play rate once people realize that the deck kind of sucks, right? So like, it seems really powerful when it does its thing, but if you actually play it, it's kind of a bad deck. So like, because of that, people have moved off of it. And if people aren't really playing it that often, I don't care about a nerf to it as much. I was here for, oh no, brain sand. What? Hearthstone brain sand. Okay, that's the best joke I've ever heard, Teletubbies. Good job. I think the loss of Dorian Druid would be bad for people who enjoy the deck, and I don't know what else there is for people who enjoy all-in combo decks like that. Sure. I think this is an all-in combo deck. But, I mean, to your point, like, I don't think... I agree that Wild likely doesn't benefit from a Dorian nerf, and I don't like deleting people's decks for no reason. I think the popularity on the Dorian decks has calmed down by enough that there isn't like a big exciting... Oh my goodness, chat. There isn't a big I know from 9 lives that they have more. That's the brutal part. But there isn't a big pressing need to get rid of that deck, right? So like, since it's calm down in win rate, or calm down in play rate, I don't think it should be nerfed. So we have some people in chat who are like trying to semantics the word good. Yeah, in my humblest of marshy opinions, I think all that the conversation that's happening regarding that does right now is make it awkward to talk to people. So when I use the word good in the context of like, what is a good deck? What is a deck that's so good that it requires nerfing? I don't know, it's just, it's such an awkward, it's such an awkward conversation to have. Because like, it's really obvious what you mean when you say that type of thing, but so Charge Druid, when I say that's not a good deck, it's because the win rate, like the average win rate for the deck on ladder is negative, right? It's got like a 47% win rate on ladder or something like that. So that's what I mean by it. It's not a deck that like is going to be very effective for the average user. Chat, I think I'm gonna lose. So if I punch this, I go to 8, and then I do this, and one of these lives. They're 1 off. Do they have 1 damage? So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to shoot this first with Bellowing Flames, or if I'm going to play Fiery War Axe and trade into it. I guess this way, even if, no, if the 8/8 lives, I just die to this hero power, right? Oh my goodness. Look at that. Wait, did I excavate enough? No, I didn't. I didn't excavate at all. I'm just lucky.
What a sight!
Part of the appeal of WoW is doing dumb stuff, and not all that dumb stuff I like, so it's okay to lose to it once in a while. Yeah, for sure. I agree that's what I was saying like that at the beginning of the conversation, that the play, it requires an obnoxious deck plus popularity. So an obnoxious deck can be one like Dorian Druid that does nothing for 3 turns and then just kills you. That's not something you want to play every time. Like, that's not something you want to see a lot. It can also be something that's so powerful that, like, no matter what the actual base play pattern of the deck is, they're going to beat you with most things that you play just because the raw power of it is turned up too high. But that also needs plus popularity. So, you know, if something is way too powerful but nobody plays it, you know, who cares about nerfing it? And if something has an obnoxious play pattern like Dorian Druid and nobody plays it, who cares about nerfing it?
Your wish is my suggestion.
Okay. This leaves up a Dirty Rats F, but thanks. Are they out of eggs? I don't think they've played... Yeah, they've only played 1 of their real eggs. They've played 26 lions so far. Oh no, is it mine time? This is gonna be a big old mine, chat. They have so much more damage than... like, they have so much more damage potential with all that out. It's so funny. I've heard Lorcana is fun, but I just don't like Disney franchises enough to play. Sad, really. I don't think you'd find it as fun as the people who are saying it's fun, frankly. Like, a big part of the reason why Lorcana is fun is because it's Disney IP, so it's very similar to Hearthstone. So the only card game I can reasonably play a lot... Oh, Pound It 2 card, my bad. The only card game I can reasonably play a lot of decks in is One Piece because Bandai isn't making the client die. Does One Piece have a digital client? The One Piece card game looks really fun, and I wish I could afford every card game I want to play. So bad. I love card games. Huh. There's a fan-made One Piece TCG client for free. I see. Pug gifting a sub to JF. Pug, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Congratulations, JF. Enjoy your Marshy emotes. Cherish them always. Or don't. Chat, thoughts on my opponent being Elemental Shaman? What's the worst card game I've played? Kingdom Hearts. That one didn't captivate me at all. I forget how it worked. My friend and I bought some packs of it and some pre-made decks, and it just felt a little stupid. But you've probably never heard of it because it didn't go anywhere. Another one that I didn't love is Naruto, the Bandai Naruto. That one was popular for a little bit for reasons, but it felt like the worst of Pokemon TCG's mechanics without the best of Pokemon TCG's mechanics, if that makes sense. Pug gifting out 5 more subs to Beer and Tunes, Raying, Computer Wizard, Little Ball of Hate, and Raw Voltage. You know, Pug, thank you so much. Can we get some Pug, more like Pogs, in the chat? You're so generous with me, Pug. I really appreciate you, my friend. Okay, I guess I'm gonna do this. Is this even going in the video? I don't know. It's Elemental Shaman chat.
Someone found you in this way.
One of these days. Yeah, one of these days. You say ship it? Alright. Shmoopy says that I should put this in the video, so I'm going to. Of course, there's always a possibility that I'll lose to Elemental Shaman, in which case you guys will never see this on the YouTubes. Lamplighter GG. Alright, I look forward to it. Uh-oh. Hear ye, hear ye.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Goodbye, Magatha. Have we seen a wild card yet? Lamplighter, more like Cramp Fighter, should have never had the elemental nachos. You just said so many words right into my eyes. Not incendious! Chat, are we about to get incendious? Beep. Ooh. So I could kill that now. I guess I won't be greedy. Guess I won't be greedy. Oh, thanks, Pug. We can't have evidence the Marshy would ever lose to bad decks like Reno Priest or Elemental Shaman. I know, right? I know. I don't mind showing losses if the loss is interesting. Like, I considered that Egg Hunter from earlier. just because the game went long enough and the discussion was all right. I guess I'll look at it again later. Now that I mention it here, it becomes more awkward to exclude it if I'm going to include this, right? If we lose to this, it won't matter though. We'll just be out. Don't do it. If anyone in chat enjoys chumbo and potato friendly content, check out Marshy and Schmoopy on the tube. Schmoopy, is your content potato friendly? Are you guys ready for the wombo combo of all time? Do try to keep yourselves alive. There's going to be so many Ox in my opponent's future. Unless they decide that they don't want to see how many Ox are in their future and just concede. Then, you know, they're a bunch of stinky jerks. The friendliest? Even more potato friendly than me? Crazy, that's an achievement. That is an achievement, Schmoopy. I mean, I don't use frying oil or peelers. Okay, that's true. I do that. I said doo-doo. All right, let's see what we've won. We've got terrible. Ooh, yeah. Gruel. All right, we win. It's over. You might as well concede, opponent, because it is super over. I guess I want some heal, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna win with my Gruel. How goes removing so much better. I think I way less. And I go back and edit things, and like when I go to make a video, I will usually not see an like it's surprising to me when I find one. I still do it a little bit. I still have the ums pop out here and there, but I've largely eliminated it. It's crazy. It's like 90% down. I'm so pleased. Gruel ends it. It really does. That's a big old lamplighter. Look at that. It's a lot of damage. It's a little scary. See you later, promos. This Saturday, I'm entering in my first ever Lorcana TCG tournament. I've been to a couple like super hyper casual events before that I would not count as a tournament, but this is gonna be a full-on, you know, tournament with rounds and all that. I think they're called set championships. Anyways, the other day I was in a webcam Lorcana battle with famous wild streamer Get Me Out, and that revealed to me that I am woefully unprepared for a competitive setting. I really don't play that much Lorcana. It's mostly just casually at home with my wife, which is perfectly fine. That's great. But I can tell there's a lot of choices within the deck that I'm playing as far as what to put in my inkwell and stuff like that, how much resources to commit prior to a whole new world, you know, that type of thing that I'm just not used to because I don't play enough. So needless to say, I don't think I'm gonna do super well. I do have some last minute ideas on what to change about my deck. So I'm playing blue steel, blue gray. I should use either colors or their real names, right? So it's like steel sapphire. It's a gray blue deck. So it uses items as a draw source and then as a win condition later. So you start off by discarding the items with Flavorsham to draw cards, and then you try to gather items later on in the game to have Tamatoa quest for large numbers. It's like a druid deck, basically, because it's so ramp heavy and draw heavy. From playing Meowth, I have noticed just how weak the deck is to locations. There's this card, like Hideaway something, I forget. It's with the fairies from Sleeping Beauty. It's a 2-cost action, inkable, and you take an item or location and put it into that player's inkwell. And some of the lists I've seen online have like 3 of those in it, which seems so excessive for a tech card to me. But now I see how vulnerable the deck is to locations. You don't have a lot of rush. There's not a lot of high attack characters you're gonna have in play, so you're pretty vulnerable to it. But also, I'm not convinced I love Tamatoa as the big win condition. Before updating my deck to Steel, I used to use Belle as a win condition, who can tap for 5 lore pretty reliably, and she costs 4. Tamatoa costs 8, and he does get an item out of your discard pile for you, but he only taps for 1 plus the amount of items you have out. So he costs 8, and you need to have 4 items out to have him tap for as much as Belle does. And so I just feel like Belle is a better win con. And on the one hand, since I don't play a lot of Lorcana, I want to trust that people know what they're doing more than I do. But on the other hand, the entire community has convinced themselves that it's worth going above the minimum deck size and still maintaining the competitive integrity of your deck. So I also want to trust my own instincts. But anyways, I might cut Tamatoas and run Bells instead, especially because they have a 3-mana Lotheb called Pete, and I feel like being able to play Bell and then Pete is going to be a lot easier than Tamatoa and then Pete as far as protecting my big win con. So anyways, I'm considering making those changes. The other thing along the same lines as the entire community being convinced that going above the minimum deck size is fine, I'm tempted to play a 69 card deck just because it tickles me. I did the math and I think adding everything I'd want to add, like I can go to max copies of my removal songs and a whole new world, while also adding my playset of bells and also adding the hideaway funnies or whatever, and get to 69 cards. I'm like, it'd be pretty funny to show up with a 69 card deck. I'm not expecting to win anyway, so do I value the funnies of playing a 69 card deck more than I value the consistency of having a more optimized deck? And the answer is, maybe I'll tell you later.